You're going to have to start lying to men. No, you're going to have to start lying to men for your safety. You have kids? Don't tell them you have kids. Don't tell them. You don't have a dad? Don't tell him. Say you have a really great father. He's always here for you. And you know what? Since you can't do it, I'm going to call my dad. My dad will do it. You don't have a father? Don't tell him. You don't have a mother? Don't tell him. You don't get along with your family? Don't tell him. You have a great career? Tell them you work part-time. A teacher's assistant, part-time. A tutorer, part-time. A cashier, part-time. An administrative assistant, part-time. Whatever you say, make sure you add part-time. Because at the end of the day, all you women that spoke truth about your life, like, oh, you're a big lawyer, you're a big CEO, entrepreneur, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, anything, shh. Learn to make up stories. You have an amazing father. He's always been around. You have an amazing mom. She's so loving and nurturing. You have the bestest friends. They're always protective. You don't have any brothers? Say you have brothers. You have uncles. Uncles that go to the gym every day. I have an uncle that's in Taekwondo. I have an uncle that likes to box. Make it up. But you guys are coming around these men who are in survival mode. They don't have love in their heart. Not all of them. They're on survival. And they're going to survive off of you. Because you want to tell them that you're a big top lawyer. You're a big shot lawyer. You want to tell them you're CEO. You own all these businesses. You're a high nurse. You talk too much. Okay? Trust me, I know. To the ladies who are older or anybody that's more experienced than any other woman, please put it in the comments. Let them understand that they need to shh. A woman's power is her silence. You don't even gotta say too much. You need to shh and listen.
Ecclesiastes 25:19, or Sirach 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. First and foremost, we're going to dive into this lesson. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakak, Badash, and double honor to our apostles, elders, and bishops here at Great Millstone for teaching this truth that's going all around the earth. And shalom to the hopeful elect out there. It's your brother Atazawan from the Great Millstone here in St. Louis. And we saw that short clip in the front, and I believe I had it a couple of days intending to do this lesson on it, and I believe this is just a real short response to it. I think I believe it was the elder in North Carolina, Elder Watt. I saw when he put this up. I believe it was him. Anyway, going to do a light response to it, okay? And just to caution brothers, younger brothers, who dealing with these women out here of the world, and you see the game that's being played, okay? These women out here wicked, and here it is, you got somebody sitting in her car, sucking on a straw, right? Among other things, more than likely, okay? With her fake hair, her fake fur coat, eyelashes, and her fake veneer teeth, okay? Trying to tell other women how to lie and be deceptive and conniving and so on, right, to men. See, and this is the thing that Eve does, right, to get over, to play a game, all right? But the scriptures warn the righteous man, okay? Salakia. The scriptures warn a righteous man, right, to be on the lookout for women such as this. all right, who are out here teaching other women how to be scandalous. Okay, so to the younger brothers out there, you be careful. And there is a thing in which I just pulled it up, known as vetting, right? Or you vet a woman. Let's see here. When you go to the AI overview, it says vetting a woman means carefully evaluating a potential female partner's character, actions, and compatibility with your own goals to see if she's a good fit for a serious relationship. Focusing on integrity, communication, values alignment, right? And spotting red flags, in quotes, right? Beyond initial attraction. Often by observing how she treats others and if her actions match her words over time. Okay, so that's what it means to vet a woman. You know, you got to carefully select a woman. All right? These women out here are filled with that Jezebel spirit, that spirit of wickedness that even started way back with Eve in the garden, dealing with the serpent. All right? Now, what I want to do here is run through 1 Kings 21, which gives the story of Jezebel and Ahab, right? And Naboth and their land, the vineyard that Naboth had, to show you the wickedness of women, right? I'm not saying that all women, because we do have sincere sisters, but these women of the world who are looking just to fill their own bellies, and they do it with violence, with wickedness, lies, snares, you see? So let's read 1 Kings 21 and start right there at the top. It says, "And it came to pass after these things that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard which was in Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria. And Ahab spake to Naboth, saying, Give me thy vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs, because it is near unto my house, and I will give thee for it a better vineyard than it. Or, if it seems good to thee, I will give thee the worth of it in money. And Naboth said to Ahab, The Lord Yahweh forbid it me that I should give the inheritance of my fathers unto thee. And Ahab came into his house heavy and displeased because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him, for he had said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my fathers. And he laid him down upon his bed and turned away his face and would eat no bread. But Jezebel, his wife, came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad that thou eatest no bread? And he said unto her, Because I spake unto Naboth the Jezreelite, and said unto him, Give me thy vineyard for money, or else, if it please thee, I will give thee another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give thee my vineyard. Right? So he wanted this land next to his house. And the brother told him, said, No, I can't give you that. That's mine inheritance. You know, you're a king. You can go get any vineyard you want when you think about it. But anyway, going on to verse 8. It says, So she wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal. Salakia, did I not read verse 7? Let's go back to verse 7. Salakia. 1 Kings 21:7, and Jezebel his wife said unto him, Dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. See? So she's already in her mind, through the spirit anyway, right, conjuring up a way on how she's going to get this vineyard, okay, in the king's hands. Verse 8, so she wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city, dwelling with Naboth. And she wrote in the letters, saying, Proclaim a fast and set Naboth on high among the people, and set 2 men, sons of Belial, before him to bear witness against him, saying, thou didst blaspheme the Most High and the king, and then carry him out and stone him that he may die. Right, so she's coming up with a plot for premeditated murder, right? To murder the man to get his belongings. And you hear stories about somewhat like this now in these days, how women plot against their husbands, kill them for insurance money so they can run off with their lover and all this kind of stuff, right? So to the younger brothers out there, you gotta be you gotta be real careful. Okay. Verse 11, in the men of the city, even the elders and nobles who were the inhabitants of his city did as Jezebel had sent unto them, and as it was written in the letters which she had sent unto them. They proclaimed a fast and set Naboth on high among the people, and there came in 2 men, children of Belial, and sat before him. And the men of Belial witnessed against him, even against Naboth, in the presence of the people, saying Naboth did blaspheme the Most High and the king. Then they carried him forth out of the city and stoned him with stones that he died. Right? So they put him to death over a lie. Jezebel and her wickedness, had a man killed to gain his possessions. You see? Then they sent to Jezebel saying, Naboth is stoned and is dead. And it came to pass that Jezebel heard that Naboth was stoned and was dead, that Jezebel said to Ahab, Arise and take possession of the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite, which he refused to give thee for money, for Naboth is not alive, but dead. And it came to pass when Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, that Ahab rose up to go down to the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite to take possession of it. So which just made him guilty. Okay? No, well, he didn't know in terms of like her writing these letters, you see, but he went down there to claim it anyway. Right? Going on to verse 17, and the word of the Lord came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying, Arise, go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel, which is in Samaria. Behold, he is in the vineyard of Naboth. Whether he is gone down to possess it, Salakia. And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, hast thou killed and also taken possession? See? Ow, Salakia. Going on, it says, And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, Thus saith the Lord, in the place where dogs lick the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick thy blood, even thine. And Ahab said to Elijah, Hast thou found me, O mine enemy? And he answered, I have found thee, because thou hast sold thyself to work evil in the sight of the Lord. You see? Behold, I will bring evil upon thee, and will take away thy posterity, and will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel. And will make, which is his posterity, right? Because you had posterity through sons. And will make thine house like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahijah, for the provocation wherewith thou hast provoked me to anger, and made Israel to sin. And of Jezebel also spake the Lord Yahweh, saying, The dogs shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel, right? Which, when you read the rest of the story, right, she's thrown out of a window to her death, and the dogs ate her, okay? But the whole point being is that Jezebel was wicked and had an innocent man killed to take his possessions, right? So it goes to show you the wickedness of women. And so we're not surprised, okay, when you see this kind of action from women of the world today who are ungodly. And so they may put on a pretty face, they may look real good, in their clothes and their makeup and they fake hair and so on and so forth, but you can't be taken in by that. All right? Wickedness lies in underneath. It's Genesis 3:1. It reads, Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord power had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High has said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. Right? So he lied. Okay? And she fell for it. Right? Verse 5, For the Most High doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, thine eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, right? Because it's not talking about literal fruit, but talking about the philosophies in the earth, right? The other nations and so forth. And a tree be desired to make one wise, she took the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So it's the same thing as she made Adam guilty, and Jezebel made Ahab guilty. You see? So that woman, you got to be real careful about her. The scriptures are filled, with advice for men to be careful of these wicked women. We can jump right over to Ecclesiasticus 25, and we're just jumping right here at the end of the verse because this is filled with a lot of stuff, concerning the wickedness of women. Okay, and you got to be on the lookout for it. Let's jump in right there. Verse 23 it says, A wicked woman abateth the courage, making a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, in which we just read, and through her we all die, right? Because of her wickedness, her rebellious spirit, okay? That we all die now. You see? Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad, right? And just in that example of that short clip, you can tell that's a woman is not playing by the rules and just going to do her own thing. She ain't going to listen to nobody. Least of all the man. You see? Verse 26, If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. So you have a woman who's rebellious, and she just going to do whatever she wants to do. Hey, man, let her go. It ain't worth it. But I love her. No, let her go. You see? And it only benefits you in the long run. Okay? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 9. And this will be the last one. I just wanted to, like I said, make a real quick response to it. All right? Ecclesiasticus of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 1, it says, Be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance, right? That's good advice, right? This is why we read the scriptures, to get the wisdom from it, okay? Don't let your woman know something that she could use against you, okay? All right, don't tell her all your secrets, all right, while you laying there having pillow talk. See? Verse 3, Meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snares. And that's what that chick is talking about, right? Setting traps for men, telling lies, or holding back the truth, right? Being deceptive, deceitful, misleading, okay? Verse 4, Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken in her attempts. Gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. Give not thy soul unto harlots, right? And these women today, the majority of them are harlots, all right? They don't stick with one man. They go from man to man to man to man, grabbing and taking and doing whatever they want to do. Okay? Why? Because Esau's law allows them to gad abroad. see? Verse 5 again, gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance, right? Like she said, just start lying to men. When they ask you about your job, just say this. Just say so you can get more. So you're being deceptive. You're being a liar, right? Look not around about thee in the streets of the city, neither wander thou in the solitary place thereof. Turn away thine eyes from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. See? For herewith love is kindled as a fire. We read verse 9 too. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction, right? Because you do that kind of thing, next thing you know, you be doing something else, and she's already got a man, she's already got a husband, you know? But like this chick is saying, trying to tell the women to lie to men, you see? It's wickedness. And that's what you find out here in the world today. All right? One more time. Ecclesiastes 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And the wages of sin is death. You see? So with that, we'll end the lesson right there. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. Shalom.